1992.
Major funding for Market to Market is provided by Deere & Company on behalf of John Deere dealers and by this and other public television stations. Additional funding is provided by Friends of Iowa Public Television and the Central Educational Network.
In the country, debate over wetlands continues and the rising profit prospects of organics. Abroad, an arms deal is pitched.
And when people get their bellies empty, that becomes a real danger.
Those stories and more next.
This is the Friday, January 17 edition of Market to Market, the weekly journal of America's largest industry.
Hello, I'm Mark Pearson. But there are those individuals in farm country who have had a pretty good handle on how to turn a profit all along. As we find in this profile of a Pennsylvania organic pioneer, there is a lot of money to be made in rural America if you know what you're doing and you care about it. Derek Moore reports.
In 1946, a young math teacher turned farmer set down roots here in Penns Creek, Pennsylvania. All Paul Keene wanted was a self-sufficient, wholesome life for his family. One day, a jar of his apple butter, he called it apple essence, found its way to a New York food critic. A rave review spawned a business, and today, Walnut Acres is America's oldest and largest organic mail-order farm. Not bad for a simple man guided by nature and common sense.
What we try to do is well, generally put back more than we take off. That's the general rule. We started the practice years ago of letting the land rest. Now, where's the horn?
Paul Keene is a happy, vital man of 80 years, the elder statesman of organic farming. It's a wonder his farm manages to survive, though, using antique equipment like this Scott Urshel beet and carrot harvester. Truth is, almost everything done at Walnut Acres is done the old-fashioned way, and yet the concern is not, will we survive, it's how will we control growth. Sales last year topped $6 million.
If we had to depend on the market prices that the average person gets for his crops, we wouldn't be here. We are fortunate in that we have a market that is worldwide in a way, and we set our prices so that we make out.
By definition, Walnut Acres is a vertically integrated company, which means simply it does everything: farming, processing, and distributing. What it can't grow on its 500 acres, it carefully selects from other reputable suppliers. The net effect is an organic grocery store that delivers just about anywhere.
Today, it's still the only mail-order business, organic mail-order business of any consequence. In the organic industry, I think that we are still probably the only people who take it direct from the field through all of the processes and then directly to the consumer.
Well, Bob's a great guy, even if he is my son-in-law.
Walnut Acres, this is Angie. May I help you? Oh, okay. Do you have a C number, customer ID?
More than 100,000 people ordered from the Walnut Acres catalog last year. With 350 items to choose from, it is possible to eat 3 healthy meals a day and rarely shop anywhere else. For breakfast, there's the favorite hot cereal made with 12 grains and seeds. The mill at the farm also makes a 20-grain porridge, oatmeals, grits, muffin and pancake mixes, and of course all the flours for the bakery. Lunch from Walnut Acres could be a sandwich. There are 11 breads to choose from, all natural, no conditioners, no preservatives, nothing artificial. Whole wheat is popular, so is the new salt-free version. Judging from the demand for peanut butter, 12% of gross sales, lunch is a peanut butter sandwich. For dinner, there's naturally raised beef, pork, or poultry, organic potatoes or other fresh vegetables, perhaps a canned vegetable, and poppy seed dinner rolls. The bakery also makes cookies and fruitcakes for dessert.
Okay, we thank you for your order. Bye-bye.
Some of the foods that are available, so-called foods available in the stores, are not good. They've been devitalized, they've been taken apart, they've had chemicals added. It's another example of the feeling that we know better than nature knows.
The basic tenet is from Sir Albert Howard, who wrote the Agricultural Testament and who was very influential on Paul as a young man. And his tenet was that each generation had the sacred obligation to hold over for the next generation the heritage of a healthy and fertile soil.
After World War II, when American agriculture went crazy for machinery, chemicals, and high yields, Paul Keene ignored it all and pursued organic farming. His approach was almost pre-industrial. Slowly he added plumbing, electricity, some more buildings, and reluctantly replaced his horses with a tractor.
Is it really true that you can farm without chemicals? Is it really true that if you do it right, the bugs will disappear, you won't have any need for them? And it took us 15 years to change things around enough so that we could see that it was true.
According to Organic Food Producers of North America, there are more than 5,000 organic growers in the U.S. 2/3 of them are certified by a state or third-party group. Until recently, Walnut Acres was content to certify itself, but the farm is now certified by the Organic Growers and Buyers Association. Certification requires a farm be free of synthetic chemicals for at least 3 years. At 46 years, Walnut Acres is way off the chart. Walnut Acres is justifiably proud of its organic tradition and just a little defensive about mail order, which conjures up logging, landfills, and other legitimate concerns. Bob Anderson is switching to recycled paper and exploring soy inks for the catalog, but the packing material is at best reusable.
We were having a difficult time figuring out how to package glass without using a plastic bubble pack of some kind. We tried everything. We tried sawdust, we tried popcorn. Bubble pack was the only thing that worked and has worked so far.
Walnut Acres seems to do everything right. It has a dedicated workforce of 100 employees who own the equity in the business. The store at the farm is very successful, racking up 20% of gross sales. And somehow the orders keep coming, enough to fill a UPS tractor trailer every day of the week.
Paul has a saying that put the wheels of your chariot in the grooves of the eternal, and the gods will do your work for you.
There was no magic about it. It's just, what does nature want of people who are trying to live on the soil? We always have to ask the question, is there a better way of doing this? Where did we leave the right track? How can we get back on?
I'm Derek Moore.
Next, the Market to Market Report.
Wheat prices continued their upward climb this week. Nearby wheat prices were up 17 cents on the March contract to finish the week at $4.20 per bushel.